Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Ahmed Mikayo from Oracle. I will try today to go through a quick hands-on lab for all the foundation exam. We will try to touch all the services that is covered in this exam. Although the exam doesn't need any hands-on experience, but it will be good for everyone to understand the OCI architecture and the GUI of it, and have a sense of how the different services working together. This will make you at ease when you are sitting to the exam, so you will not feel like this is something like a black box or something. So I designed a small lab that we will see how to go through. The lab include navigating through the OCI console. We will create compartments. We will create VCN, which is virtual cloud network. We'll create instance. We'll connect to the instance. We'll review the block volumes. We'll define policies. We will do cost analysis. Cost analysis is very important because this is I will charge my manager for those videos. So I just need to make sure that he will pay. So anyway, so let's see the design, how the design is how the solution is designed, so we can take a quick look on it. First, you need to just welcome my supervisor. He was supervising how this lab is set up. So just say hi and thank him because he liked to be thanked. Okay. So okay. So now let's look at the design. The design is this is how it is. We will create a VCN. VCN is a virtual cloud network. Virtual cloud network. This is a definition for how customer configure their networks in the cloud. Like in the house, you have your Wi-Fi, for example. You have to for the internet. Oracle already in the data center, it has already its physical equipment on for network, switches, router, firewalls, and all of this stuff. But customer need to create his own virtual network on top of this connection, on top of this physical components. Okay, so this is a software cloud software defined network. It's created. You don't need to do. It's created through the GUI. It's not. So we will create a VCN. We'll create compartments. Compartments. You think about the compartments as if it is like think about it is like a department. So for example, in any company, you have department for network, you have department for infrastructure, you have department for security, you have different departments. Every department has its own resources, has its own set of people to do work, has its own privilege to everything. So it's the same on the cloud. Because you are creating a lot, you have one account, you are creating a lot of resources in this account. You need to have a logical term on how to divide those resources. So this is what is the terminology that all the Oracle use is, which is called compartments. So you divide the resources that you create on separate compartments. This will help you in two things. First thing is to be able to apply policies based on the compartment. For example, like when you have a resources in the network compartment, you just make your network administrator have full access to those resources. When you have resources in database compartment, you just have the DBAs to have full resources on those resources in the database compartment. But like this, you have a separate of duties. Like the database team cannot review the network resources in your account, and the network team cannot review the database resources in the account. So we'll create two compartments. One we'll call it network compartment. This will create all our network in it. We'll create the one compartment is, we'll call it another compartment. We'll call it infrastructure compartment, and we will create the infrastructure compartment, and we will create our infrastructure in it, or our compute in it. So the VCN will have several components. First, it will have the subnet. It will take the subnet 10.0.0.0 over 16. It will have internet gateway. This internet gateway is used to connect to your public instance to the internet, so you can connect to the internet and the internet can connect to you. We will create net gateway, which will allow the private IPs to go to the internet, but there will be no connection because net will allow only one direction connection. We will create public subnet and the private subnet. Public subnet, this is a subnet that will be visible to that any resource in it will be able to have a public IP, so it can be accessed from outside. And we will create a private subnet which will be for our back end. This will any resource on it will not be able. Nobody from outside the VCN or outside your account from the internet will be able to reach this subnet. We will create an instance. This instance will create it in the public subnet because we want to connect to it. We will see how can we apply policies, and then we will review the cost for all of this, because as I said, I will charge my manager and my supervisor, which is my cat Ziku. He's waiting for this money. Okay, so let's look at the compare. So this is the GUI. Once you subscribe to Oracle, you will get a username and password. You have here, I have a username and password. I will log in with it. Okay, so this is the first the login interface. It will give you how to get started, jumpstart cloud skills, some knowledge and some experience about how to get started. The main thing you get from this hamburger menu. So here is the thing. Then you have all the services that's available. Oracle divide them in subcategories. Like for example, core infrastructure. It will have compute, block storage, object storage, file storage, networking. You have database. It will have autonomous databases. It will have data safe. It will have Exadata and so on and so on. So data and AI, it will have big data, digital assistants, data catalog. All of those are different services. You'll have solution and the platform, analytics, application integration, monitoring, and this developer services, marketplace. Here I want to create compartments. So the compartments is under the identity services. So here on the services, in the identity, I will just go and create compartment. I have several compartments. It doesn't have a problem. You can create as many compartments as you want, and you can create up to 6 nested compartments. So the first one, as I said, I will create one called for network compartment, net comp. I will call it net comp, and I call this network compartment in the description. Okay, and then create. Okay, so here it is created. I will create another one. It's very easy. I will call it infra compartment. I call it infrastructure compartment. So okay, so here it is. So any compute when I create any compute, I will put it in this infrastructure, and when I create any network services, I put it in the network compartment. So now let's create our VCN. Then we will go to networking services. You can create everything in one compartment. It's not a problem. I'm just saying separating of duties. So let's get networking, virtual cloud networks. Okay. Here is in Oracle. First, you have to choose your compartment. So I have to choose my net compartment. That's I want to create the VCN in it. Then you have there is a wizard. You can either do it everything manually or through the wizard. The wizard is very easy. It will create for you all the setup that we want. It will create for you two subnets, one public and one private subnet. It will create an internet gateway that will allow inbound and outbound connection to the internet and to and from the internet. It will create you NAT, which is NAT gateway, which is just one connection from the private to the internet. It will create service gateway, which is the connection from your VCN to the Oracle services. So, and we'll just start. It tell you call it what the name of the VCN. I will call it, for example, my VCN, or I will call it Zico, like my cat VCN. Okay. It will be created in the network compartment as I want. Then this is the IPs. You can change these IPs. So it will tell you that the public subnet will have this IP. You can just change those CIDR blocks, whatever you would like to do. And then just click next. It will tell you this is a design. This is how it will be looking like. This includes VCN, public, private, internet gateway, NAT gateway, service gateway. And here is the thing also, it will have by default security list and routing table. Security list by default, it will allow any connection from to the port 2022. So you can connect from outside to your instances. And also it will have a default routing table, so it will allow every connections whenever there is anyone want to access the internet, it will go through the internet gateway. So we'll just create. Done. Okay, perfect. So let's view how it looks like. Okay, so here it is. It will show those are the subnets. This is the public subnet, and this is the CIDR block of it, and this is the private subnet. This is the CIDR block of it. The routing tables. This is the routing table. This is the default routing table for the private. This is the default routing table for the public. This is my internet gateway. This is the DRG, but I don't have the DRG here. The security list. You will have default security list. As you said, if we look at it, the default security list here is the ingress. If you look at the ingress, it will allow any source to reach 22. So, and this is the service gateway, and this is the NAT gateway. Okay, so everything is fine, cool. So now now we have this check. Those are the network. So let's create a compute instance. So we go to compute. We create instances. First, we have to change the compartment, because here you can see instance in network compartment. So I want my instance to be in a different compartment. I want it to be in the infra compartment. So I will create an instance. I will call it Zico instance, Zico VM. I will call it Zico VM. Here is one good thing, that's now Oracle. There's flexibility. You can change. You can in the AMD you can choose the number of CPUs, not like before. Before it used to be like different shapes. For Intel, it's still shapes, but for the AMD, you have a different. It's now you have flexibility to choose the size, the number of CPUs and memory, which is very good. And I believe soon you will have also the Intel. Also, it will be you can pick up whatever you would like to be flexible. So I will choose this. I will choose a minimum because I don't need to pay a lot. Select. Then it will show you. It will ask you for the virtual client network, where is the VCN that I need to use. So you have to choose your compartment that has the VCN. Here I will choose network netcomp Okay, so this is the compartment that I created my VCN. So once you choose it, by default it will get you the VCN, the virtual cloud network. It will get you the subnets. It will ask you where is the subnet that you want to use. I will also use the network compartment, So it will give me two subnets, the public and the private. So I will choose the public. Then here you can add your public key. So I need to generate public key. Putigen. No. Putigen. Let's generate a public key. Public key. Okay, it's very important to generate this public key. Okay, I will save the private. Yes, save. I will call it Zico private or Zico key. Save. Here I will choose copy. You take it here. Paste. Just make sure it is all copied. Just make sure the public key is all copied. This is when you log in, you have to use a public key pair. So SSH key pair. So the public key you have to upload to the instance, and the private key you have to have it with you. You just create. Okay, so it's now creating. So it's Zico VM. Creating. Loading. Okay, so it's provisioning. It will take a little bit of time. Couple minutes. Here's showing progress. And here, when you look, here is a boot volume. This is a block volume. So by default, I didn't choose by default. Oracle get a boot from the block service. Oracle got a boot volume to put the operating system on it, so the machine can run. So this is how it works. Automatically, it get the boot volume and connect it and attach it to the instance, and it provision it with the OS that you need to that you picked, which is Oracle Linux. So now let's look. Let's get the instances. It's still provisioning. It's running now. Okay. So now it's running. You can see here is the IP address. So here you can see it give you a public IP address. It show you it has available it's in the region Frankfurt. It's running on the fault domain 3. It is in the availability domain 1, and this is the IP address. This is the private IP address. This is the public IP address. You can see this is a shape. This is the shape that you picked. So now you can we will try to let's try to log into our instance. Putty. So let's get the connections. I need to use my my Zico. Let's minimize this. Zico. Okay. Here is Zico. Okay, so host name, I have to choose, put the IP address, copy. Open. Yes, it told you, okay, you have to accept the public key. You log in with the OPC. OPC, here is the username. It tell you here the username you have to use, which is OPC. OPC, okay. Okay, yes, the VM. Who? Okay, it's OPC, host name, Zico VM, uname, Linux. Okay, so all is good. So now we created the compartments, we created the pod. So the good thing, this is why compartments here. So here our VCN is the VCN services. Those servers are created in the network compartment. So now I can allow, for example, I can create a group for network team, and I will say allow group network to manage the resources, the network resources in the network net compartment. And then for the compute, I will for system admin, for example, I will say allow group, for example, system admin, system admin, sysadmin, to manage compute resources in compartments, and I will call it, and my compartment infra compartment. So now any user in the sysadmin group will be able to manage the services, manage instance in the manage instance in the infra compartment. Okay, so that's how the policy works. So now let's look at the billing. This is important. Account management, and we'll go to cost analysis. Here is the thing, it will give you how much you spent so far, how much you and it will show you what you are spending for. So here is the thing, you can filter by compartment. If I can choose compartments, for example, here is my spent on all compartments. But if I said let's get my my infra, or for example for infra compartment, let's see, apply filter, loading. It will show loading data. I guess there will be no money yet because it's still not, there is no, I didn't, yes, unable to parse the data is still so it accumulates mostly every hour. So I still need to wait an hour, and then it will show you. So, but if I got all the money, all the compartments, and apply filters, it will show me all the spending that I have. So that is how it for this. So this compartment doesn't have money. So it depends on what compartment you choose. You just, if you want to choose to get all of them, you just remove your filters. So that's how it is. It will show you you spent a lot of this amount on compute, this amount on storage, this amount on block, and any service you'll be having, you will have with this. Now you can also have the usage reports. this usage report. It will create you it will show you you need to first run this policy in it. So once you do this, you can download a CSV file. This CSV file will have all the resources that you have used, all the every hour it will have a record for it, showing you exactly what the resources you can use this to generate dashboards. If you want to do some more analysis, all the details has been explained in the fundamentals course itself. This is just a more like I want to do a live demo so everyone can do things. So now let's terminate our instances because we don't need to be charged more. So we go to instances. Then I will just go and terminate instance. Terminating. Then I will go to the boot volume. It will still have, because as we said, the instance, the boot volume is different than the instance. So even if you terminate the instance, the boot volume is still available. So I don't need it anymore. I will terminate it. You cannot terminate it until the instance is terminated, because now the instance is terminated. Here you can terminating, it's terminated, it's terminating. So okay, so you can just go now to, let's wait till this finish. Okay, here terminate, available. Are you sure you want to terminate? Yes, I'm sure. Terminating. Okay. So now the instance is terminating, and the boot volume is already terminated. So that's good. So instance is still terminating. It just will take a few minutes, and then it will finish. So that's it, folks. I hope that helps give you an overview of how the cloud working. So stay tuned. I will try to put some more notes in the video on the channel. If you interested in more exams about the Oracle Cloud, just please you can subscribe to the channel so you get the notification on the future videos. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.